to find a cauldron out here to learn how to override that. Okay, better. Stuff for the stash. It's a dead machine. It must be a bristleback. That must be chain scrape. Jaruf said I could get my bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear too. It's green like blaze, but it's hard and
Outlander
shiny.
approaching. Is that the savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, Savior.
Open up, guys. Jorv's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the Forge.
Petra?
Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our lad? Not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh,
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this old one guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
Next round's on me!
Hope I didn't miss. Too much last night. Ouch. You must be in a hurry.
same side here, Olga. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Oh, Rockyac.
I'll stash this
We all
away for
know it was
later.
the Carja who...
What do you want, Olvund? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Olvund Freeholder, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal I'm not risking Osseram lives!
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the All we're asking for is the ability to share for a land worked by the people.
Right. And just how much...
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this...
You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice when my fellow laborers are being intimidated and taken...
How noble of you.
Noble. Ha! Nobody handed me anything or dropped off. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The, burden of leadership... The Carja risk nothing, while someone had to step up and say no...
If chain scrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge?
The sensibilities of good Osram... You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren...
So you have no real authority then?
Anyone who has followers... I mean, I'm practically... And it's honest folk know I'm in dis...
You said you founded chain scrape.
Practically founded. I alone saw its potential when it was just... I invested in the mine, convinced some friends... You could say chain scrape is what it is.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off...
Not at all. But my main is to look after the well-being of the...
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with...
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I...
If that's what it takes. Until then, I...
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Carja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
What can I do you for? I wish I had your gear. I'd be off in the west getting me some adventuring. Tell Petra I say hi.
Sister?
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hold.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his... Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps...
Some of your food?
Oh, of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. But the equipment I need to make my sick... And don't get me started on them.
And if you were...
I make meals.
How did you end up in Chamber?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the... Where there's a town, there's a tavern. So I got myself... Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and bears. Anyway, next thing I knew...
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept where I'm headed.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency. But my special groove griddle is no... Without it, I hate to think what'll... Even if I already had the right... Unless you can source...
What do you need?
For the ingredients, a few pieces of decent wild meat, and that's it. That'll do. As for the griddle, a new one forged, you'd likely find one in the scrounger pile. If you follow the river, don't worry, I'll clean it. You'll have no issue assuming you're as much a hunter. Yeah.
Thanks, Mildef.
So that...
And don't let anyone...
If you say so.
Already got enough for the week?
Ah, hello again.
About that. I should...
Right.
Savior! Savior, my condolences that you had to...
I've dealt with worse.
The idea that the Karja purposely... It's completely absurd, but the louder and longer he says it...
How did the bristlebacks get...
No one knows for sure. The first... But unless they have wings, they could have come over the mountain.
No other way in.
The only way I know about... Look, if you can help me shut...
What is this?
He wants this... Only the portions, mind you, that...
Let me guess. Because he stands to...
Exactly. He could secure more...
He can't get those invested?
No. Not while... Hence, why the concession, and why blaming the Karja for the...
How did you...
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire... It was an honor.
But your job would be a lot easy, like Ulvin, Black...
Ulvin's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. I'll find a way. I have to.
How does blaming the Karja for the bristleback...
Look around. They're claiming that the... Well... And with the bristleback, Ulvund has plenty of...
And if the Oseram refused to...
Correct.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of...
Yes, according to one, said the ground... He took off and...
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the card, and maybe then...
Shops for Oseram only.
You wanted to speak to...
Well, you know better than anyone, and not just against machine. Name's Oder. Best place to practice. Say, you, the savior of Meridian, champ...
Who?
The Enduring. A legend.
I've heard the Tanakh have... It's how the warriors, and only the very best from the pits.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tanakh are split into 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all if the Tanakh don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark. I also offered challenges.
Who would I be fighting exactly?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge. We only used all these drunken fools. You'll have to leave everything but your spear and practice, but I'll look after your gear, not to. So, what do you say?
I might be.
That's what I like to. Sorry, friend. Can't win them all. Attacks are fast, but easily blocked. So learn to combine them with other attacks. Attacks break weapon blocks and do more damage. But they're slow, so your opponents might counterattack. Power attacks smash weapon blocks to really hammer an enemy with damage. But they're slow and leave you vulnerable, so pick your moment.
workbench.
Shop looks closed.
Yep.
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you. Workbench is all yours.
This should be useful. Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
Olvin can't just ignore us like this, can he? We almost died because of him.
I see you all made it back.
Hammer and tongs. That they did, Huntress. They tell me you blasted through the problem. Lokuf here came back trembling like a twig.
Hey! What's important is everyone made it out. No thanks to Olvin.
Have you talked to him yet?
We're on the waiting list.
Doesn't have the guts to face all of us at once.
We need to stick together, in case he decides to send his goons over. You're all banged up as it is. I can deal with Olvin. You don't need to stick around.
We know, you old hammer.
Just stay safe.
Make this happen, I'll keep your gear in shape for the rest of your